please don't hang up. I have proof that I've paid a lot of money toward your fines, and I will pay more toward your probation fines or your community corrections. And I have some other things for you. And I just want to talk to you. I want to convince you that I'm a vastly different person. I just want to communicate because it's the only chance I have at finding a thread toward building a bridge back with my girls. And I shouldn't have been kept from them. And keeping me in their grandma ways, it causes them to face a lot of dangers in life that would otherwise not be there. But you didn't do nearly as bad as I did, and it was out of self-preservation. But if someone like me is honestly changing, you should be willing to give a test and check it out, and I will pay you just to communicate. And I also want to help you because I want to be friends, not just for the girls, but because of what I've become and because of the philosophy I've adopted and built. And I've done a lot of really, really great things, but I'll never be anything near enough as good. But can you imagine what it's like? That's why most people don't change, because they don't get any reward, and we all get rewards. And I've been living an awful life, and I can't do it anymore. So I'm reaching out to you. I realize that you're facing a lot of hardships, but I have a lot of things to offer you now. And I want to carry you. And if you have a spouse or a friend or whoever, you can come up. You can bring a couple of people up. I would like for our girls to be there one day. And this isn't romantic and this isn't physical. This is about ethics and about my book, because the only thing I have is my book of life. And when I say book, I mean figuratively in the way I live. And I have to write a good story. And the truth is I can't keep going like this. If there's no hope to see the girls, I've had some thoughts cross my mind about getting certain people, like vengeance. And I don't like that. Not you at all. No, that was a huge mistake. That was a huge mistake. And I don't like this thinking. I would rather have hope that every man has. I've been robbed of 2 families, and you were too. And I was part of that. I remember the day that you got that letter, and it breaks my heart. I shut it off. I didn't let it show. And the truth is I wasn't like in love with you, I guess, when we met. I'm sorry to say that, but it's kind of obvious, especially the way I acted, because of the fear I had, and I was damaged. And I'm sorry, you deserved more. The thing is, I hope this doesn't sound too corny, and don't let it, but it's possible that I can love you like I should have when we were married, just as a platonic friend. And there's a lot to gain out of that. And I think you should take me up on it, because, I have a lot to gain, but all I want is to be able to give you free rent and bills and stuff that you did for me. And I want to see you heal. I want to salvage something out of it, because the only way that I salvage something out of life is if I do great things and I change, and I have. And it doesn't mean I haven't changed just because I'm thinking about getting a certain 3 to 5 people in the system who really deserve it. I mean, if people deserve to go kill people over oil and land and lies, which is what it is, then by God, somebody deserves to be taken out for stealing 2 families from me. I wasn't a deadbeat. I simply couldn't function without kids and with a sword of Damocles hanging over my head. Plus, I was badly damaged as a child, and I know that being away from one's kids is crushing, but it hurt me more than most people, I believe. Maybe more than anyone I know, because I took it really hard because of my childhood. And seeing my siblings suffer was worse than being beaten myself. And you know a little about some of that. And you were traumatized by me and what I was. I am not that anymore. I'm not capable of that. And when I'm telling you about me possibly getting some kind of vengeance on certain people, it's no one in the family. Not at all. And it is people who truly deserve something, so the system doesn't continue doing this to other daddies. And I also want you to know that this is sincere. I don't know what you feel about it, how much of it is you don't believe me, or how much of it might be that you might be embarrassed or whatever, but you're not a crook, you're not a criminal, and you're not a fuck up. You're someone who's been so traumatized that it's almost as if you don't have a choice but to take a substance to numb that non-ending alarm clock of trauma and horror. But ironically, that can change. You can get sober. I've helped a lot of people who are addicted to meth get sober because I'm fortunate enough to have kind of a dislike for it. Even when I abused it, like I have all drugs, I disliked it more than I liked it by far, and I didn't get much joy, what little there was. And there were two guys that were roomies with me that were addicted, and they were serious about getting clean, and I started seeing things. There's a reason I took them in. I didn't like male roommates typically, but I had bad luck with people addicted to meth, so I had a prejudicial view of people addicted to meth, which isn't right. They're as different as anyone else. Like me, I've stolen opiates, but there's a lot of times I didn't cross certain lines, you know. You may not realize it, but I tried to go through as much withdrawal as I could before I would spend money sometimes. I owe you a lot. It means a lot to me if I get a chance to pay that back. I'm serious. And yes, I am in agony and I'm begging you. I mean, I could break down and cry right now still over my girls. I need a chance and I'm begging you. I do deserve this one time. And I don't mind how anything is. I don't mind how the setup is. I don't mind how it is to prove to you. I'm willing, I've been saying for years, I will leave and give you my place, and the rent is paid, utilities and rent are paid each year ahead of time. It's paid now up until January 2026. I got proof of it. I've sent you copies in the lease a few times now and email addresses, which I made for you. And I'm sending you a phone probably tonight, and I'm going to send another one soon. And I hope you don't factory reset them because they have some info on them that can be handy. I want you to get accustomed to. But then you can sell them because I'm sending you a Samsung A53, and if you use it only a few months, 6 months or less, we should probably be able to get over 120 or 130 out of it. It's unlocked, and I've done AccuBattery tests. It says about 95%, but I don't know, it should be over 90% at least if it's saying that. Anyway, I can give you 3 or 4 data plans if needed. I want to give the girls some stuff, but I want to talk and communicate, and I will let you have my place and I will move out. I ask only that we figure out a male who can stay there with you. If you don't have one, then we can try to figure one out and find one for you. And if you will promise me you won't go out at night, and you will find a female to stay with you at least. And you can have one of each. You can have a couple people come. And my hopes are that you will start talking to me after you get acclimated. I think 2 or 3 weeks is good enough, but maybe a little longer if there's reason. And after a few weeks of interacting 2, maybe 3 times a week for 15 or 20 minutes online, then I think that you should be willing to start interacting around me in person. I'm not who or what I was. I need a chance, and I need your help. That's why I keep reaching out. I don't want to suffer like this, and I don't want the alternative. But I figured, it ain't a ploy, it ain't whatever. Maybe it is pity or whatever, but I feel awful. There's no reason to live because I can't control this feeling. Counseling or anything, I can't. You can't. It's like telling someone not to be sad if your daughter dies or something. That's essentially what happened to me. I need your help, please. Please help me. All I'm asking is to begin interacting lightly and then communicate. I'm not asking you to promise me that you can rebuild my bridge with the girls or anything. I know that if you will interact with me and start just interacting and communicating, then everything will fall into place because you'll see who I am and what I am. And I badly want to be better again and even go further. I have gotten a lot of good feelings and the ability to survive this agony just by doing good for people, but it doesn't work anymore. And I can't seem to find the right people. Plus, I've gone downhill physically and mentally. And, I'm lucky I ain't using. That's because I'm so damn burnt out on it. I did it so awfully, injecting in my neck or whatever.